Hello and welcome to another Raggy's beer review over in the kitchen. It's too blooming cold in the shed. So I'm drinking an unreleased beer. So I was given this back in July, August time, I think it was. It's from Jacaranda Brewing Company based in Southall. It's called Raven's Conquest Porter. Doesn't say what the ABV is. So yeah, I was given it to sample and to review. So they haven't, as far as I know, released it yet. So I'm gonna give it I'll give it a bit of time to age and see what it looks like. A bit of smoke coming out the top. I presume it's about 5%. So typical crap raggy pour. Malty, chocolatey on the aroma. Here we go. So, mind the head. So yeah, black pour. What do you call that? Creamy beige head. Yeah. Good carbonation inside, I can see. So yeah, Jacaranda appeared on Adventure Beer last year. With 3 beers at once, an English Pale Ale. I've reviewed them all on the channel. I reviewed their Bohemian Pilsner at Christmas. Seem to be doing a lot of the farmers markets and stuff. I've not drank one of their beers on cask yet. I do keep prodding pubs that I go to, but the sad thing is I'm not the one buying. So if I was the one buying, there'd be a lot more variation, because sometimes you see the same beers again and again. And sometimes, sometimes I have the same beer, but we're like kids in the sweet shop these days, aren't we? We all like different beers. So yeah, it's dissipating quite nicely now. I thought it might after a minute or so. Yeah, chocolatey malts on this, definitely. Ooh. Flavourful, easy going. Like I said, don't know what the ABV is. So it's kind of it's like an unreleased beer, and I don't know if they've actually released it into cask. Like I say, I haven't actually came across theirs on cask yet. I'm sure they had a beer down at the Robin Hood Beer Festival. But sometimes I do think local pubs need to look at the breweries around them and say, "Oh, I ain't had that brewery. Let's get that beer in, or a few beers, or even a tap takeover." If I'm speaking to Jacaranda, and I normally do on a beer review, I normally throw the odd comment in directed straight at the people who brew the beer. If I'm speaking to Jacaranda, putting the feelers out to some pubs around Nottingham, places like the Star Inn in Beeston and some of the Castle Rock pubs. I'm surprised. They probably have, it's probably just me. But yeah, Star Inn, Crown Inn, and the Castle Rock pubs. Castle Rock have a good selection of beers from all over, keg and cask. So, they go both sides of the equation. So, I don't know what the ABV is. I'm guessing around about 4.5%. So, I may or may not be right. It's only tasting like a 4.5%. So, God, if it turns out to be 7%, even I'll be shocked. But yeah, it's tasting nice. It's plenty of combination going off in there. like I said, it's been sat in my shed these months. Spring's coming, so I didn't want it sat there any longer. But I wanted to review it, and whether they put this on the back burner. I suppose, like all breweries at the moment, all breweries are having to think about what they do, about what they brew, cost of what they brew, and there's um, lots of issues. It's a tough time to be in charge of a brewery, and the cost of running it. I mean, you don't want to be doing a hobby, even if it is a hobby, well, more than a full time job, at your cost. Although, to be fair, if I won the lottery, I would, one, I'd have a micro pub slash tap room. Two, I would have brewing equipment in there. Not massive brewing equipment, but brewing equipment that I can ramp up if need be. Buy the extra fermenters and whatnot. Solar panels on the roof to get the sun, to get the electricity and that, and ways of heating up the water as efficiently and as cheaply as possible. All these things come into play, don't they? I've already got the means of making it very public already. I've already got the means, and I've just gone on to TikTok as well. So I'm expanding my social media capabilities, shall we say? Yeah, I've only got 4 followers, mine. So yeah, it's not expanding that quick, but. Oh, there's a nice thickness for I presume a lower ABV beer. There's a nice thickness on that, so it's not quite black. It looked black when I first poured it out, so it's like a dark browny colour in this light. Anyway, it's hard to tell sometimes with light. I have it in the shed where the light throws curveballs with beers. But yeah, that is tasting lovely. For me, a solid 4.4 out of 5. And, I'm hoping that this comes into play sometime soon. Massive thank you to Jacaranda Brewing for giving me a trial beer to an as yet unreleased beer, as far as I know anyway. So, not 100% sure. It may well have slipped out and I've missed it. Facebook these days, well, all social media, it's very hard to keep up because things just get bogged down and you miss posts. Ignore the icing on the bottom. But yeah, 4.4. Cheers all. See you soon.